Hello there and welcome to Adventures in Knitting with Jen, episode 15. If you're new here, this is my little knitting podcast, visual diary more about what I'm working on and my finished objects, what I want to work on, and some life stuff mixed up. My name's Jen and I teach up north. In my home, but when I'm not up here, I'm down south with my family outside of Ottawa with my currently living with my brother and my mom, and my brother has 5 kids with his wife, so it's lots of fun. And I will be going home soon. In about 4 weeks, I think. Christmas break starts December 16th is our last day of school. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a brand new nephew that was just born a week ago. Yeah, I think a week ago. Owen Jackson Jerry is so freaking cute, and I cannot wait to go home and see him. I also will have another nephew or niece, we're not sure, being born soon. So 2 babies to love when I get home. So I'm very, very excited. We have an unexpected week off here, so that's why I'm podcasting now in the middle of the week. We have a lot of sickness going around up here. I mean, as is down south too, everywhere. You know, we're recovering from 2 years of being super protected. So all the bugs are hitting us at once. And my class I usually have 18 to 20 students, and I was having, 12, 13. So, and more were calling in sick every day. And I was sick a couple times, and I'm still recovering a little bit. A lot of teachers are sick too. So, yeah, we have a week off to hopefully get everybody better and we can start full up and have a good last 3 weeks of school before Christmas break. Yeah, so what I'm wearing, this I don't think I've shown you before. I forget. But this is the Swooping Scoop top by Jessie May Designs. So it is cropped, a little bit cropped, and it is knit with 2 strands of fingering weight yarn. This was in the beginning of my learning how to knit a garment phase, so I did not know how to pick up stitches very well. One of the main reasons I don't wear this top a lot, unfortunately. I mean, one of those things I should just, it would be easy enough to rip out and do over. I'm just not there yet. Maybe in the future. But you can see here, oh, it's pretty bad. Oh, it's bad. Picking up all these stitches, did not do it right. Anyways, I really should do it over. But yeah, and it has like it goes down in the back. So, can't really see, but it swoops down in the back, which I thought would be great, especially if you're wearing it for tights. Then you can make sure your bum's covered. I do want to make another one. I really like this pattern. It's short sleeves, but it's nice and airy. It's a loose gauge, so it's nice and airy. Even though it has 2 strands of yarn, it doesn't feel hot. Like I can wear it in the summer or fall, no problem. I just need to fix this. Right, well, I have gotten a lot of projects done, so I'm going to get into my finished objects. First of all is my sweater's done. I finally finished my Christmas present for my nephew. So cute. So cute. The sleeves. This is the Flax sweater by TinCan Knits. And it has stockinette stitch body and then garter sleeves. Makes it nice and stretchy. Hopefully it'll fit him. He's a tiny guy, but hopefully. And it's nice and cozy. This is alpaca. Yeah, so it'll grow a bit. And it's nice and soft. He's a little blondie with blue eyes, so I thought this color would look good on him. And it was self-striping yarn too, as you can see. By Fiber Imp, the Fiber Imp. So yeah, that is going. I may have pulled my suitcase out already to pack for home. So this will be going in the suitcase for home time. And, oh yes, my socks. I finally finished these socks. I realized I've been working on them since September. That's pretty bad, but they're done. They're done. And they're so fun. Yeah. I did a cut-in heel. So, the cut-in heel is just the best for self-striping socks. Like it just, yeah. So I'm excited to start wearing those. I love my socks. People keep asking me if they, like, if I sell them, and I'm like, oh, I get anxiety about that. Like I probably could, but I try on my socks to make sure they fit. So I'm like, how would I do that with somebody else? And I would have to charge a minimum of $40 for a pair of socks. So that's a lot of money. And for that amount of money, I'd want to make sure they fit well. And there's just no way I can guarantee that from, you know, down from up here. Anyways, also the feel of them, right? They're knit with 100% wool, or well, 85, 80-20 or 75-25, you know, yeah, wool and nylon. So they're not always the softest. And if people have texture issues, like they might not know, they might be thinking something different. I mean, I'm used to them. I love them. I don't wear anything else now, basically. So I don't know. I'm going to try. I'll show you in a minute. I did start a pair. I'm going to try and make some for my nephew. One of my nephews. We'll see. So I have the Christmas market coming up. So I'm making stuff for that. And I'm trying to make some more other things than hats, because I have a lot of hats. A lot of hats to sell. This is the English rib I was showing last time. And this is the finished project. A little twisted headband. I really like the English rib. I will do that again. And this yarn is Comfy Cozy Knits Riverside. I really like her yarn. DK. So it's nice and stretchy because of the rib. So, yeah. Here you go. The twisted thing seems to be all the rage now, so yeah, the headband to add to my pile. Another headband too, which is wearing on Greta. I always put my latest finished object on Greta. So it is cabled, but it is kind of hard to see the cable in this colorway, I think, but the cable makes it extra warm because it kind of doubles up. Yeah, like really beautiful. This yarn is from Skein or Shine, and it's her worsted, and I really like it. It's nice and soft. Mulled Wine it was called. So yeah, I really like that headband pattern. I'm making another one, which I'll show you in a minute. And just a basic hat, basic, you know, for a guy. I realize most of the stuff I'm selling is geared towards women, so add some more neutral stuff in there. Double rim. I like the double or the fold over rim. I like that. And it's big, but yeah. This is also Comfy Cozy. This is her bulky base, which is my absolute favorite. And this is Camouflaged colorway. And I realize my other finished objects over here in a minute. All right. And another pair of fingerless mitts. But these ones I will put in the sale. Let's see how that goes. I like them. I made them a little bigger, so somebody with longer fingers. Yeah, trying to have more variety this year. But one thing I'm having to check is to make sure that the designers allow you to sell things made with your pattern. Some of them don't. I'm like, oops. As soon as I see that, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not interested in your patterns anymore. Like, I mean, I understand not wanting to share the pattern, that I get, but not wanting to sell knitted objects with it, I don't personally understand that. And that definitely prevents me from, buying patterns from them in the future, because I'm like, well, what's the point if I want to sell it? Or I'll just, anyways, rambling. Something I never thought about before, and then I saw it on one pattern and I was like, oops, I better check that. Make sure. I still want to respect them. I mean, yeah, I know. Up here, probably no one would ever know, but that bothers me. I can't do that. So that's living with my Uncle Brian. A long time ago, I lived with him for a while, and he's super honest like that. It's rubbed off on me. All right. I have challenge. Okay, so because we have no school this week, I'm like, well, I can get some knitting stuff done. And what did I do? I was working on these mittens, and I just couldn't finish them. I hate ribbing. Doing like that 1x1 rib on double pointed needles is torture. I hate it. It's my least favorite thing to do knitting wise. So it was taking me forever to finish these mitts because I just didn't want to do it. So I cast on a whole bunch of other things. I cast on another hat with that reflective thread that I showed you a pink hat in the last episode. So this is white. I really like it, but I don't think it's as reflective as the pink. So I'm going to have to test it out. But it will be nice and warm. And I'm going to put another tag on it. So it look really neat and cool. And it looks fun with the... Oh, you know what? You can't see it. Interesting. Can you see it? There's black thread all in here. But when I show it to you, you can't see it. It disappears because that's the reflective thread. Interesting. It looks white to you. But to me, it is got flecks of black in it. Very interesting. But yeah, this yarn's really cool. Like what I said before, it is a little scratchy. I mean, it'll be fine on your head. And 100% wool is kind of scratchy, but you add that reflective thread into it. So if somebody is sensitive, this probably wouldn't be the hat for them. Yeah, what else might... Oh, and another headband. I should have put the stuff closer. Another cabled headband, which I just started. I've done hardly anything, so you can't really see. But it is this yarn, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Essence of Autumn, her yarn. Probably hear me talk about her and Comfy Cozy Knits. I think they're one of my top 2 favorite indie dyers. This got fluorescent pink in it. I forget what it's called, but it's her meadow base. Yeah. So that's going to be another headband. That won't take me long. And then I have another pair of fingerless mitts. All I have done is this much. But it's going to be these two colors together. It's going to be a colorwork pair, so that's going to be a little more of a challenge. I am starting out on double pointed needles, but I don't want to do colorwork on them. I'm going to switch to doing magic loop because when you're carrying, I tried to do colorwork before on double pointed needles and it looked awful. So I'm going to switch to magic loop to finish them. This yarn is from Hobbii and it is 100% Peruvian wool. It's really nice. It's a little scratchy but still soft. It'll be nice and warm, especially with the color work. It doubles over in the back. Well, maybe I'll show you next episode. If I still have it, I'll have to do another episode before the show, the Christmas show, to show you. But this is what I'm making. I don't know if I can sell these. I have to check. I might just give them away. I don't know if this designer allows that. I haven't seen anything in this pattern, but I gotta go double check. Anyways, it is the Coho Mitts by Ahura Knits, and it's gonna be like that pattern. So yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be, I've done a little bit of can't talk today. I have done a little bit of color work on mittens, but not a lot, and not like a full mitt. So this is going to be a test on that, because I do want to be able to do those like Scandinavian type mitts. That's my goal. I want to be able to do that. So this is like my introduction into that. Because yeah, they have like intricate designs. They're gorgeous. I want so bad to make a pair of mitts like that. And then the last object I have, work in progress, is I'm going to try to make a pair of socks for my nephew with this Christmas yarn. And I've just started. Again, I'm using, oh, all mixed up. I am using my Addy Flexi Flips. I will not make socks any other way. I refuse. I would make my mittens that with these, but I unfortunately don't have the size I need, so I'll have to resort to Magic Loop and hopefully buy that size when I go back home for Christmas. So yeah, it's kind of like a darker green, like a forest green, which is really nice starting off with. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Experiment. I have made socks for people before, but they were like a size 7, which I have a size 6. So it was pretty easy for me to, excuse me, to move up a size. I just kind of knit a little longer. But these are for a boy, an 8-year-old boy. So we'll see. Yeah, so that's my challenge, is to see if I can get these socks, those mittens, headband, and hat all done by Sunday. Can I do it? I don't know. We'll see. I will have the hat done today, and that's no problem. And the headband's no problem either. But colorwork mitts, that's pushing my luck. And these socks don't take long. I mean, what else am I going to do all day? We're not allowed to go to school, which is like unusual. They're deep cleaning. I will have to pop in, I think, for a bit just to water my class plants, but yeah, it's very unusual for them to say we're not allowed to go into the school for this cleaning and deep cleaning. And yeah, things run a little differently up here. I know down south you would not shut down school for a whole week because of sickness, but when you're in such a small community, it's just, you have to, because we were closing classes every day because of teachers not being, and we don't have subs, right? We don't have substitute teachers here on demand like you would down south. So you have no teacher, you have no substitute, you got to close the class. So we were closing a lot of classes every day. It was crazy. Yeah, so hopefully we can all get better, and I have to fill my time. Well, I'm planning too, obviously. Got to spend some time planning. Report cards are done, thank God. Whew. They're always stressful, but I managed to get them all done. Probably have to go look over them, edit them a little bit, but other than that, my time is mine. So definitely want to go see the ice road. It is forming. It's not ready yet. Wishful thinking it'll be ready for Christmas and I can drive out. Highly unlikely. I'll probably have to skidoo to my car or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or fly. We could take a little charter plane, a little tiny plane from here to, it's like a 20-minute flight. We can do that, or we can skidoo across the ice before it's ready to drive on. We'll see. We will see. Yeah. So we have a March break in November, right before Christmas. A little unexpected, but I will be doing a lot of knitting during that time. See if I can get all these projects done. We do have the Christmas marketplace coming up in the second week of December, so I have a few more projects I want to do, a couple more hats. I want to do a, well, I have it right here. I have this left over from a project, so thought making a colorwork hat with this would be nice. Mustard and the green are a good combo. Well, I like them anyways, so we'll see. Whatever I have. Yeah, because, I have a lot of yarn. Oh, have I shown you? Yeah, you can see my stash. Turn it a little bit. You can see my, yeah, and it goes up. How do I do that? Anyways, I have a lot of yarn. This is like mostly DK. I have a couple projects worth in here. This is mostly worsted and bulky. I have a couple projects. I had made a pair of knit pants and they were way too big. Way too big. So I tore them all out and I'm going to make them again because I do want a pair of knit pants. They were comfortable, but huge. Huge. So that will be a project that will be happening in January. And then up top, I have on the top shelf, I don't know if I could show you. No, I don't know how to do that right now without messing up the camera. I have all my like random yarn, sock yarn and stuff like that. That I don't know what quite to do with. I was buying all these, you see a skein of yarn and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. And you buy it, but you're like, wait, I only need so many pairs of socks. Like I already have, 20 plus pairs of socks for myself. So I don't know how much, I have so many of my own hats too. Like I have like 5 hats I've knit myself and I have 2 more skeins in here that I'm going to make hats for myself. So how many hats and socks does one person need? And I have all this yarn. I'm like, what am I going to do with it? I have to figure that out. I'm being more thoughtful in my buying process. Now I'm like, if I'm going to buy yarn, I buy it in, 2 or 3 skeins or 4 skeins. That way I can make something with it to give away or whatever. Yeah, okay, so that is all I have to talk about today. Thank you if you made it this far, thank you for everybody who has been, subscribing or watching. If you feel like hitting that like button, you can go ahead and do that too. I feel awkward saying that, but it helps. Alrighty, well, I will see you later. I hope you have a good couple weeks. Take care.